The big tech story for the day today, Monday, August 17th, in our opinion, is this one that appeared in the Wall Street Journal. 5G smartphones could crush your home Wi-Fi, so where's the 5G? The writer is Joanna Stern. This isn't the typical story that we comment on. It's more of a tech gadget, personal tech story, but um, if you're looking for indicators of market potential for example, the iPhone coming out in September, October timeframe with 5G modem, it's a good education to take a look at a story like this. Why? The reason why is the consumer market has excessive expectations of what 5G is going to do. The manufacturers have not been ignorant of this. The fact that Apple has taken as long as it has to come out with a 5G modem in one of its phones is indicative of the fact that Apple is aware that 5G is pretty much non-existent in most communities here in the United States. And Joanna Stern here in her story makes that clear. If you take a look at it down here, she says that you may have heard how it will unlock the future of self-driving cars, augmented reality, and lots of other buzzword bingo tech terms. And kudos to her for using the emphasis of buzzword bingo tech terms, because that's what it amounts to. Most of that isn't quite ready, but what is a bunch of new 5G phones. So the network is not in place, and yet the manufacturers, including Apple, have been pushing devices with 5G modems on them onto the market. And in all fairness, T-Mobile is offering 5G connectivity, but the speed of that 5G is pretty much non-realizable, to use that phrase, with a smartphone as compared to 4G LTE. So, and Verizon, which has a clear shot at providing some dramatically faster speeds, has not been able to deploy its network widely. The reason being that in order to deliver on the 5G expectation, sprawl is required with regards to repeaters, antennae, amplifiers, etc. And most communities in the United States will not tolerate that much metal just popping up out of nowhere. So before you rush into, whether you're an investor and you're looking to capitalize on 5G and you decide, well, I'm going to invest in Verizon because they're a leading player in this space. They've got technology that T-Mobile is not trying to deal with. And Ms. Stern does get into that here. Where she states, that's why a year after my first 5G expedition, I got back on the streets to run hundreds of tests, this time with an RV, packed with more than a dozen connected gadgets to see if 5G could replace my home Wi-Fi. As this year's findings confirm, a 5G phone is an extravagance, but if 5G is coming to your neighborhood, you might start rethinking your home internet strategy. The big point here is 5G coming to your neighborhood? If you live in suburban New York City area, you're not going to see it anytime soon. And the reason why is the sprawl that is required to get the work done. So you can see here in the chart that she's provided in her article the differences in frequency between T-Mobile 5G and Verizon 5G, and you can see the dramatic difference in download speeds. It's actually over a gig, 1.298 gigs per second, versus a little bit more than a half a gig with T-Mobile 5G. So with Verizon Fios, we actually have a 1 gig Fios. So this comparison here isn't really accurate if you have 1 GB service from Verizon. But the fact is, yes, dramatically faster speeds are available once the networks have been deployed, but the networks aren't going to be deployed anytime soon because the deployment of those networks requires changes in the social fabric, whereby communities which are used to a bucolic type of setting, lawns, trees, minimal invasion of electronic looking devices on the landscape, they're not going to like the proliferation of amplifiers, antennas, repeaters, etc. So the takeaway is, if you're a consumer, you could wait actually 1 or 2 more cycles before buying that phone with the 5G modem. If you're a if you are an investor, jumping into Verizon right this second doesn't look like the greatest play unless you're looking for a nice dividend and return on your investment in terms of yield. But if you're looking for an explosion in terms of the subscriber count as a result of the 5G being rolled out, it's not going to happen anytime soon. And if you're an early stage tech business looking to add value to 5G with software, IaaS or SaaS types of offers, again, it's not the time to jump in unless you have really deep pockets. My name is Ira Michael Blonder. I'm the CEO and founder of IMB Enterprises Incorporated. My Twitter page is Mike the Bebop, and our website is imbenterprises.com. I invite you to take a look at it. Thank you.